Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the collective for all signs for January 24th, 2020. I'm just going to ask that while I'm doing this reading, you guys go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share, ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates when I upload anything new. And I just want to thank you guys for being on this journey with me. I couldn't do it and wouldn't want to do it without you guys. I have no idea why I just said that, but I do love you guys and thank you for listening is the overall message. So let's go ahead and see what our angels, our ancestors, our loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides, what messages do you have for the collective January 24th, 2020? January 24th, 2020. We've had a really interesting week of readings, you guys. I feel like this week's readings have been really, really special. Kind of some heavy messages in there for us as well. January 24th, 2020. January 24th, 2020. Messages, what messages do you have for the collective? January 24th, 2020. Excuse me, you guys, I've been a little bit, I was sick, I got better, and I got kind of sick again. So I do apologize. All right, we have the Hermit, we have the King of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Okay, the overall energy here is the Eight of Cups. You guys, this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This is about somebody walking away, taking a new path, searching for that ninth cup. Remember, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment and happiness. They've left all of these cups standing, so they're very, they're very thankful. The situation was good. It wasn't that they were necessarily leaving a really bad situation, or they're not taking anything away from the situation other than, what they learned, okay? But they also know now that they have to set out on their moonlit walk, following their own guidance. He's got the staff here of the Hermit. Okay, he's going to go walk about at nighttime through mountains, over rivers, and that sort of thing. And he's just going to really have to trust his intuition. And he or she is really just going for it. Okay, they want to make a change. They know they need to go after their own personal happiness, and that they do have to leave someone or some things behind. Underneath that, we do have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so that is the wish fulfillment card. For some of you, it might be habits such as overeating or over drinking. So you need to leave that behind so you guys can sort of be the person you want to be. Maybe you weren't making the right decisions, or maybe you just, in health-wise, aren't where you want to be. This Nine of Cups, though, that's what you're looking for. And whatever the situation is that you're leaving behind, it wasn't giving you what you wanted or what you needed. The Knight of Wands energy in reverse, this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and this is somebody who's a traveler, who's very diplomatic, who's very adventurous, but that's when he's in the upright. So you have to be really careful. This was maybe a relationship with a very charismatic person, somebody who could have fooled you. This is also one of my player cards, so it may have been somebody that was juggling more than one person, or just wasn't that committed to a relationship, and you said, you know what, this isn't doing it for me, time for me to walk away. But I do feel like walking away, it did take a little bit of time. It might have been a relationship that you were committed to. It might have been something here, this person, they might be very angry about you leaving as well. The Knight of Wands is very fiery. Yep, and the rooster's kicking off. Very fiery, very passionate, okay? But again, he might be a little bit angry that you've decided to leave, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be anybody. It could be you left a church. It could be that you left a job. It could be that you decided to leave your friends or your family to go off on your own journey. The Knight of Pentacles card here, this is also represents somebody who maybe has let themselves go a little bit, okay, has maybe made some bad decisions. They might have fallen off their horse. They didn't stay the course, okay, or things just changed. There were a lot of delays, a lot of frustrations. But again, we can see somebody here, the Knight of Pentacles, who you might even see that they've come a little unhinged, or they stopped caring about themselves. I don't mean to be so blunt, about becoming unhinged, but that's just the message I got. But it could just be that you're seeing maybe the person that you were with, or maybe yourself, that you were overgiving and then you stopped paying attention to your own finances. You were, or maybe you were overgiving and your savings has been depleted. Your resources, your time, your energy, and it just, it created a complete stagnant situation, and you decided to change that, okay? But we have the Six of Wands underneath that, which is all about victory, you guys. This is about you having a victory. That's your 9th cup, going after success, a successful relationship, a better job, a successful job, a happy home, whatever it might be. Here we have Virgo energy, we have the Hermit, and I love the synchronicity with the 8 of Cups and the Hermit card coming out, both walking around with their wand. They're both here, they're shining their own inner light. They're going within here to see what it is they need to do, what it is they really want, making sure that what they want, what they desire is in aligned with their soul's journey and their soul's truth and their happiness. They're going after that 9th cup, but they know that it's a journey that they have to take on their own. And they're probably not feeling great about having to leave someone or something behind, but they knew that it was necessary. And they know that it's a necessary journey, because if they don't do the healing that they need to do, okay, then they'll never be happy, or they will never feel the success that they're looking for. All right, nice Virgo energy. The King of Swords energy. Now, this is, I feel like, the energy that you're also standing in. I feel like, the 8 of Cups, the overall energy here with the 8 of Cups that I was showing you is very emotional as well. There might have been tears as you left. Okay, for some of you, it was leaving a job. For some of you, it was leaving a partner. Okay, for others of you, it could be any situation. But the King of Swords is all about the truth. And, coming to the realization, having that, not just an aha moment, but knowing and standing in your truth. Saying, you know what, this is something I've got to do. It's not going to be easy. It might not be fun, but hey, it's going to teach me what I need to know. All right, I'm going to learn what I need to know in order to be successful, in order to be happy. All right, because right now it's not cutting it. Whatever the situation was with that Knight of Wands in reverse, again, it could have been a part of you. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you were leaving a person. It could be that you're leaving, a lifestyle behind. You've made some sort of change to your behaviors and your thought patterns as well. Okay, so take it how it resonates. All right, but the King of Swords, again, we've got Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energy going on. And, he's somebody who's very ambitious. He's a very, very good leader. He's somebody who's very logical. He's definitely thinking with his head. I love the fact that he has this big sword here. And you know what? Because he is receiving the downloads and trusting his intuition. All right, but he knows what's right. He knows what's wrong. He knows what he has to do. And he's just sort of like, I'm sorry. I'm doing what I've got to do for me, for the situation, for the betterment of everybody involved. And it's not always easy, but it's the right thing to do, okay? The Page of Pentacles energy here is interesting, because I feel like even though you're standing in this power and you're trusting your intuition, again, for some of you, I keep getting this information. It's a leader or a teacher who has come into your life, or a teaching, some sort of information that you're going after, like you're starting a new spiritual journey, okay? And I feel like that might be upsetting people around you, or you might be reading a book or following a certain person. But I do warn you about like a charismatic person. But I feel like you're walking away from that. But just Spirit wanted me to go back, because just for some of you, you might be heading down a path where you're following blindly a charismatic person, and Spirit does want you to be very careful about that. The Page of Pentacles is all about new beginnings. It's all about messages. They're about messages as well. Could be a younger person in your life. But I actually feel like more than anything, it's your energy. I think you guys are really exhibiting the qualities of the King of Swords here. Standing in your truth, doing what you got to do, being okay with it, even though, inside I feel like you might be hurting, or you might have shed some tears or something on your own. But the Page of Pentacles in reverse is kind of telling me that you might feel like you're not ready. Okay, and I feel like that's like a little roadblock here, because I see you walking away from a situation. I see you guys going inward, doing the necessary work and the healing, standing up for yourself, standing in your truth. But I feel like that inner child within is like, we're not ready, and it might be you guys might have Virgo energy. My rising is in Virgo. And so, like Virgos, like we like to be, like know everything before it happens, know exactly how it's going to go. And I feel like some of you are like, wait, I don't want to step off this cliff. I'm not ready to leave home. I'm not ready to leave my partner, because I'm not ready. I'm not prepared enough, but the Page of Pentacles could indicate that, you really do have to do a little bit more prep work. Make sure that you don't make any rash decisions. And again, for that one message for any of you who might be following a charismatic leader or person, if it seems too good to be true, make sure that you go through and you check those details, okay? For some of you might be starting a journey or taking a trip. Again, make sure you're checking those details. But for others of you, and I think for the majority of you, the message here that Spirit's giving me is like, this is what's kind of holding you back. It's that inner child saying, we're not ready, we don't know everything. There's so much unknown here, that we don't want to go forward. And Spirit is saying, just get out of your own way. With the 8 of Swords energy, again, more Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. With 2 8s coming out, 8s are all about manifestation, achievements, abundance, and you guys coming into your own, right? And the 8 of Swords is in reverse, which is good because it takes us to this energy of you getting out of your own way, of you allowing this blindfold to come off, to see the reality, see what you have to do, and really being aligned with that King of Swords energy that you guys are already aligned with, right? But you're just kind of like, I don't want to do it. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to lead. I'm not ready to be on my own. I'm not ready to make this decision. And Spirit is saying, get out of your own way. Stop stressing about it. You're going to be fine. And also, I've got your back. The universe has got your back on this. So let's go ahead and pull an additional message for the collective, January 24th, 2020. Yeah, I love that. The World card came out. Yeah, it's just everything I've been talking about. It's like completing this cycle. You guys are coming to the end of a cycle. This is a cycle of closure for you. And I do feel like there are those nerves here. There are these nerves about striking out on your own. But Spirit is saying, and what did I just say? I just said the universe has got your back. What card comes out? The universe. You're going to be just fine. This is beautiful. This is wish fulfillment. You guys are going after that 9th cup. You guys are going after that 10 of cups. This is happiness, emotional fulfillment, abundance, health, wealth. All right. And here we have number 4, discontent and boredom. Yeah. All right. So, this is this is that 4 of Cups energy. This is making sure that, you don't get too stuck in your head. Don't let that sort of, that inner child freaking out, or that inner control freak, not so much your inner child, but that inner control freak talk you out of this. You're going to be just fine. Don't have any of these fear-based thoughts. Fight those fear-based thoughts off. Okay, so that you can, so that you can, look, this person feels like walled in by their success or by their family or by their home or whatever it might be, or the current situation that they're in. This is that energy of that 8 of Cups. Like this person, look, there's a pathway. There's a pathway to abundance, to happiness, to family, to love, whatever it might be. And it might seem really, really far off, but it's just all about taking those first steps, okay? And the 4 of Cups is also about making sure that you don't get in your own way. Don't miss a blessing because you're focused on, all the things you don't know, or being afraid of the unknown. Okay, and then we have the 6 here, material and spiritual prosperity. This is that victory card, you guys. This is that 6 of Wands. It's showing up again. All right, so this is like you are destined to be successful on this journey by striking out on your own. The Universe card and then the 6 of Wands. This is support. This is, you might not have support of people in your, in your surroundings necessarily, but you might have support, you do have support, the universe has got your back. I'm just going to repeat that. But then also your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, your spirit guides, everybody here is saying, guess what? You got this. Go for it. Okay? It's going to be good no matter what. Wombat spirit, be at home. Very interesting. Be at home. I like this, okay? Because for some of you, the message I'm getting here is be at home with yourself. So I'm a Cancer. That's quite easy for me to say because, you know, we're crabs and we carry our home. We're always at home, no matter where we are within ourselves. And this wombat spirit, that's the message I'm getting here for you guys, okay? There's also, I love how this crown chakra and the third eye are really pronounced on this card. You know, so again, make sure you're always using your intuition, but also be at home with who you are and your decisions. And I like how that falls right on top of the King of Swords, because the King of Swords, he's at home, he's at peace with his truth, standing in his truth, no matter where he is. He knows what he has to do. He knows, you know, when he's got to do it, how he's got to do it. And he's really unapologetic about it. And Spirit's saying, be unapologetic about what it is you have to do. It's going to bring you success, okay? It's going to take you out of this Four of Cups energy, this sort of disappointment, you know, and this journey is going to be extremely rewarding for you. And again, with this wombat, I see him like unnecessarily garnished in, and I don't know if garnished is the right word, decorated, embellished with jewels and that sort of thing. So I do see that you guys, for some of you, this is going to bring you financial abundance, you know, or gifts, or if it's not financial abundance, I feel like it's going to bring you these memories, things that you're going to cherish forever and ever, and even something that you'll be able to pass on, you know, as your legacy, you know, and this is part of your legacy, okay? So that be at home, I'm really getting is like, you know, just be at home within yourself. All right, Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. 2 and 8 adds up to a 10, so you guys are finally getting that 10, that completion, which we're also seeing with the Universe is another completion card. But clear out the clutter. Again, take only what you need. The Hermit, we see him walking around. You know, he's sort of gotten rid of all of his clothes, all of his electronics, no phones, no tablets, no none of that. You know, and he's put on this sackcloth and he's gone up and he's sort of in this sort of ascetic lifestyle, right? For some of you, this might be a spiritual journey. And I do just have that one little warning. Make sure that you're not following a charismatic leader, okay? Somebody who is, you know, somebody who might be pulling the wool over your eyes. And if you feel like, you know, if there's any sort of red flags, make sure that you go over all the details. Don't sign anything over to this person. Make sure, like, okay, you know, I believe in exchange, you know, so like it's okay to pay someone, you know, but make sure that it's reasonable, you know, make sure that this person's not like a fraud. I just keep getting that just for 1 or 2 of you. Okay. And make sure that, you know, for example, if what they're asking of you, that they're willing to do themselves. All right. That's really important for some of you who might be just considering, you know, joining a group. All right. And don't give anybody your power, okay? No matter how enlightened they might be. Don't give away your power. And that also goes for tarot readers and readings on YouTube, okay? Don't be giving your power away to readers, okay? You are ultimately the boss. If there's a reading that you listen to and it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. It doesn't mean the reader is bad. It doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean that anything's wrong. It just means that it's not your message, okay? So do take that into account as well. But clearing out the clutter, you know, is also, I'm getting really strong with this 8 of Swords in reverse. It's like, get rid of those negative thoughts, okay? Get rid of, you know, the you know, coulda, woulda, shouldas. Get rid of the ifs and if this happens, then that, and all of these scenarios that you might be setting up for yourself that might be blocking your progress or blocking, you know, the outcome of this, you know, of this process. All right, so final message for the collective, January 24th, 2020. Sacred space, Nemetona. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. I love that. For some of you guys, this is definitely a spiritual journey. For others of you, you know, you might be headed off on some sort of travel. You know, I've never pulled this card before. It's absolutely gorgeous. There is, you know, I see all the colors of the chakra here. All right, we see, you know, Well, we don't actually see the base chakra, but we have the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat chakra. We see all of this here. This is also about the need for you to balance yourself energetically. So for some of you, you might really need to, go and do some Reiki work or get a Reiki healing session, a massage. For some of you, it might be dancing. For some of you, it might be just incorporating more meditation into your daily practice. Or as I said yesterday, also about getting more in touch with nature. But whatever it is that that balances your chakras, okay? But also the importance of following your intuition. The Eight of Cups card here, this person, they feel strong enough. And they feel strong enough within themselves to go after that 9th cup. Trust their intuition to go on this moonlit journey, okay? And and that's somebody who really believes they can do it and they can accomplish what they set out to do. Again, with this Hermit card, this is all about you trusting your intuition. There's that star of hope. I see that Aquarius energy, healing, rejuvenating, being in touch with the divine. I'm also getting the Temperance card in my mind's eye, that healing and that patience, that whatever journey this is, if it's a journey in a new relationship, a new job, whether you're refurbishing an old relationship, maybe you're starting, you've decided to set some ground rules, set some boundaries, and it might be new for your partner or what have you, but you guys are trying to take things slowly and start over. Okay, whatever it is, but this is going to be it's going to be successful for you guys. Now, make sure that you have your sacred space, though. This is also some of you needing your own alone time at this time. For those of us who are empaths, it's so important to have this alone time. It's so important to be able to meditate, but it's, we feel so much. All right, and we pick up on other people's energies so much that it can be really exhausting. So whether that's, if you're a mother of 3 or something like that and you need to jump in the shower, and have, close the door, jump in the shower, wash the day off of you, whatever. But make sure that you create and you have your sacred space and you visit that sacred space daily. For some of us, it might be in our mind's eye. For others of us, it might be when we go for a walk or a run or we do yoga or anything like that. For some of us, it might just be when we're cooking, pouring yourself that glass of wine, making dinner, singing, whatever. When I cook, I've got, all of my little mini sous chefs around. I shouldn't even tell you guys this. You're going to think I'm totally nuts. But I have 5 cats that cook with me, that are allowed in the vicinity while I'm cooking, and I call them my sous chefs, because they get the little, the drippings and the droppings and, what have you. But, that for me, that's my sacred space, and I love that nighttime. And then, it's absolutely beautiful. So it can be anything, but it's really important to create that sacred space. All right, and it's also really important to do that third eye chakra, crown chakra activation. And today, if you guys haven't checked out Water Baby Tarot, she's awesome. I was listening to one of her readings earlier, and she was talking about how when you open up your heart chakra, okay, right, you're going to ultimately, and you can feel it when you pull your shoulders back. It's very vulnerable to open that space up, but it is also, you're going to feel that energetic movement through your third eye and through your crown chakra. Okay, and that's really important. So you guys are really interpreting, seeing, getting the downloads, the messages, everything from, from the divine, from your spirit guides. Pay attention to the symbols. We all have our own different symbols, synchronicities, whether that's numbers, no matter what it is. Okay, but really creating that sacred space. For some of you, it might be that dream time. All right, it might be that liminal space right before you fall asleep. Okay, when you can really get those messages. Some of you are keeping dream journals. Okay, and it's really, really important for you guys to continue to do that, because this is going to help you on this journey. Because this journey, it is something that you will be taking alone, that you can't necessarily have somebody hold your hand through it, but you're just going to come out so much bigger and stronger, and it's just going to be so powerful for you, and it's going to be successful. Two Six of Wands in one reading, confirmation. You guys are going to be money. You guys have got this. I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. And I love you guys.